like this. Ooh. I don't know that I like this. I'm going to work on this. A little bit. I want to talk about some basics with you guys. Like some just basic information. I feel like there's a lot going on right now. And they're giving out advice, which is okay. But maybe the advice they're giving out isn't the best advice. So I want to take just a few minutes. I'm going to wait on a few people. I'm going to wait on a few people to hop on here so I can answer any questions and talk about some basics. Rocking my Shrek glass, y'all. I don't know if anyone else drinks this. This is just about the only soda I can drink now. No idea why. But I drink water all day until I get ready for an all-nighter, and then it's gotta have some energy. Oh, that's freaky. I'm just trying to spread my link, and I guess it starts playing back to me. So let's talk about increasing our Palfish bookings. How can you increase your bookings? I see I have a couple people online now. So one of the things that we can do to increase our bookings is you need to reach out to students before your class and then after your class. So I always, like the day of class, I'll reach out and be like, hey, I can't wait to see you later today. Don't forget, I'll see you at blank time. If a student is late for a trial, I always remind them, all you have to do is tap on their picture. And then after class, I don't do it the same day. Don't do it the same day. 2 days later, I message them back. I'm like, hey, I just wanted you to know that I loved having you in class, and I hope that I get to see you again soon. It has really helped me, and I see a lot of returning students. The other thing that you can do, that you should always do, follow your trial students. Follow them. If they go in and you're their trial teacher, their first trial teacher, and you follow them and then they work on the practice books, like, comment on those so they know that you're paying attention to them. That's important. That's a super, super important step. Don't skip that, because it can really make or break you, because it shows that student and their parents. I'm sorry about my hand, guys. I have to get used to the camera being here and not here. It shows that family that you're interested in them. It shows them that you care about where they're going right now. I don't like the way this shows me messages. Okay, what practice books? Gretchen, great question. So if they go into the reading app, in the student reading app, there's a section where they can read books. They hear the word in English, and then they repeat it back, and it records them. What's great about that is we can then listen to it. You can praise them, and if there's maybe a word they missed, you can hit the microphone button on your phone or tablet and record the proper pronunciation for that word. I had a student who said water wrong. He was saying watra. So we've been able to correct that in the books he read by listening to my correction on his practice book. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get in any questions, anything that I can help with right now. We had a death in our family this week, so I will be gone at least Monday and Tuesday. I will be probably for the most part unseen. So if you have questions, this is really the time to ask. Gretchen, that was a great one. Let's see. Gretchen, as far as I'm aware, there's not a workbook with this program because they can practice on the app. Sorry, I'm trying to get, I have a few more people who are trying to get into this. Seasoned. You know, Karen, that's a great idea, and I will tell you the honest truth. I don't have any idea. I have invited another mentor to join us here in this video, and I'm hoping she can help. So I'm just waiting on her to come in. As far as I can tell with worksheets, it's more things that they can read, that you can upload to a chat with them. I haven't done it personally. Hi, Gary. If you go through any of my other YouTube videos, you will see, my link in all of them. I'll add it to this video when we're done. Karen, that's interesting. You know, I've had a couple people mention it to me about using worksheets. I personally haven't. Now, I do send things to my students. Like if I have a student who is struggling, I have these note cards that I got at the dollar store. And I'll take a picture of them. You know, of course, I'll cover this up. Or I'll use this one. Alligator. I may send them a verbal pronunciation. I may send them just the letter or a picture of the word, especially if it's something they're struggling with. I have a student who is struggling with the differentiation of big and pig. So we have been working on our B's and our P's a lot this week. And so I've asked them to send me pictures of things they find that start with a B. Send me pictures of things that start with a P. And that's helped him a lot. Yes, Gary, and I'm just now teaching on a tablet. I've been teaching on my phone the whole time. However, and I just use like a Moto E5, but I got a Samsung Tab A this week. I actually got one for my other job, and then I loved it so much I went and bought one for myself. And so I'm teaching from it now, and it's fabulous. I will tell you, I love it. I love it. I've just got to get used to this whole video and thing here because I'm not so sure I like it. All right. How many of you guys have started pulling all-nighters? I know that, oh, you know what, Gary? I'm going to show you what I use, and you will probably laugh, okay? I'm so glad, Karen. I'm so glad. So, any of you who have ever been teachers and you teach more than one class at a time know that oftentimes your desk becomes a nightmare. And that's what's happened. But this is what I use. You turn this around here and miss the mess. I have my little plastic container and my little jar right there, and I prop up on there. There are lots of tripods that are available. I haven't found one for this tablet yet, which is the Samsung Tab A 10-inch, which I really like because it gives more of a bigger view, I guess is what I'm trying to say. A bigger view. Because I'm old and I'm about half blind and can't see half the things that I'm doing. Hi, Gretchen. But it's a thing of whatever works for you, Gary. I have used cups. I have used, I will give you this recommendation. Let me see if I can get to it without knocking anything down. I do have, because I found that my phone and my tablet like to slide because I don't have them in cases at the moment. So, I have a doily that I put under my phone so that my phone doesn't slide off or move while I'm teaching. And it just kind of holds it there. Really, Karen? I guess I need to explore Amazon for this Tab A. I thought that a tripod would work great. I actually am going to be looking for a round circle light with some kind of stand in the middle or something that I can make work with that. I have found that even though I have like 5 lights on in this room, I look very dark in the classroom, which is kind of frustrating because it's like they can see my blue shirt and my hands and my face, and they don't really see anything else. Karen, I'm so glad that you're enjoying the company, though. Gary, if you have any questions at all, not only can you reach out to me here through YouTube, on the Palfish app, you can look for me. I'm Teacher Sam, space in between, and the letters YT for YouTube. Because I see, it seems to me that's where everyone finds me. Because I do post a lot of videos on YouTube. And I truly do this because I want you guys, number one, to be comfortable. But this is really a new realm of education. We are no longer just teachers. We are international educators. And sometimes we have to learn new tricks and tips on how to just be better. I have an excellent video coming out where I'm meeting with a local family. Yep, that's it, Gary. With a local family who, they're from China. I'm very close to the Auburn University, and they have a family that came from China. They have young children, and I'm going to go meet with them on campus, and we're going to talk about the cultural differences between education, the cultural differences between the drives of parents. And I say that to mean we're really going to look at what is it that drives the parents in China to push their children so hard? And I'm looking at it from 2 different facets because I really want to know what can I do to bring parents more toward me and us. And then I want to know where is it specifically that we're failing. Not so much failing. I don't have a whole lot of faith in the public school system anymore. So I want to know what the difference is and what drives them. I'm so excited about that video. It's exciting. So I'll also be in February. I have to get the date, but I'm speaking at a education technology conference in Nashville, Tennessee. And I will be speaking about the prospects of online education internationally. And it's so exciting to have been invited to this position, to this teaching. Oh, hey! Y'all, Monique has been my longest follower out of everyone. But I will be speaking at this conference in Nashville in February. And I'm all going to be talking about why we do what we do. And hopefully opening the eyes to more teachers. They're saying there's going to be about 2,000 teachers there, which I'm totally comfortable at speaking in front of. I have talked to more. And I'm going to be talking to them about... Sorry, I just saw Gary's question. Just a second, Gary. I'm going to be talking to them about what we do. And so I'm stoked. The other thing is January, the end of January, we are going to be putting on a meetup. I'm going to be doing one in Atlanta. We're going to be a little bit north of Atlanta in a place called Kennesaw, Georgia. And we're going to talk about all different things Palfish. I'm super stoked about it. We're going to be having a couple teachers who are going to teach a little bit. We're going to talk about mentoring. You guys are going to see me on a day that my hair's not in a ponytail and I may have some makeup on and may look like I haven't been teaching for 12 hours in a row. Okay, Gary's question. Oh, can I get it back? Can I get it back? Okay, do I submit a resume or fill out a form that Palfish provides for my education experience? Gary, great question. You can go ahead right now and fill out your, you need to download the Palfish app once you get my link. Do the Palfish app, go in, and you can go ahead and start teaching. I will tell you that I don't use a headset because my phone is crystal clear. So is my tablet, so I don't use one. You can start teaching before you even interview because you can teach what's called free talk. Free talk is a section that only Palfish offers, and we talk about whatever they want to talk about. You get a lot of adults who are trying to brush up on their English. You get a lot of teenage students who are fixing to be coming to America for university. and they want to know mannerisms, and they want to know introduction type things. So you'll go into the app. Let me just show you. My phone's about dead, so it may go, yeah. All right. So you're going to go into the app. This is what it looks like. And right here, there's going to be a blue box, and it asks you if you'd like to be a teacher, official kids course teacher. You'll go into that link, and once you go into that link, you'll just fill out your information. It's not complicated. It does. It just asks you for your experience and your education. You're welcome, Gary. I'm super excited to have you on board. I need to start, I had somebody ask me yesterday if I would start a group just for the people who found me on YouTube so we can talk. I will probably do that. I just haven't, I never think about it when I'm actually looking at the app. So, my two tricks and tips for today. I can't believe I don't have it over here either. Okay, so I do have 2 tricks and tips. They're both for women. Because let me tell you something, first of all. Men do not struggle to get bookings with any online ESL company I've ever seen. Why? From what I have been told, many educators in China are men. And a lot of times, students are more comfortable with them. Ha ha, I thought about you, Gary. So, these tricks are not for them. Unless you want to follow them, that's cool too. Trick number 1. Lipstick. Now, naturally, my lips are very pale, and it can be hard for a student to differentiate what I'm saying if they're trying to read my lips or watch my lips to see how I'm moving them, okay? So I oftentimes, if I'm teaching a stretch of classes, will put on a deep red, I have some funky colors, but a deep, bright lipstick. It draws attention to your lips. With that being said, my experience, and I have been doing this for many years, a lot of students, they talk like this, like they don't open their lips a whole lot, like this is how they do. Honey, open that mouth! Ah! Okay, and I'll do that. A, B. To just get them to push the sound out sometimes. Sometimes they need a little pull from you. Be loud, open up, enunciate, put a little lipstick on. Women, if you want to, men, that's on you too. Number 2, a lot of times when you guys see me and I'm doing these videos, I've already been teaching for many hours, or I'm tired. I do work a full-time job at home as well as building my Tired Mama brand. So y'all don't always see the best of me. Most days I'm full makeup, full hair. So by the time y'all get to, like, I'm just tired, y'all. So I don't ever do classes with just a ponytail. Oh no, Gary. If you hold on, I'll answer it in just a second. Okay, so my second tip is for women as well. Don't look tired, and do something to make yourself look professional. Yes, we're wearing ugly blue shirts. I know a lot of people have a problem with the blue shirt. Do something with your hair. It doesn't have to be pulled up and nice. It just needs to look neat and tidy. Now, I have found that I have some students that just prefer, the parents prefer professionalism. And it's a cultural difference, okay? When I have new students, I put on a little extra ritz. What do I mean? I keep this pretty necklace next to me. And if I have a new student, I'm not saying I do a full face of makeup, guys, because that's not happening. I don't even do that, you know. Teleconferences, I'm that person in pajama pants, okay? But this just changed the whole thing, okay? Hair down, they see a necklace, wear my jewelry. Hi! It's a different situation. I know that sounds crazy to us, but I have found that a lot of parents really appreciate just professionalism. And I mean that in almost in a vain way. that a lot of them just like you to look a certain way. And sometimes, I know sometimes when I roll out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and I do not want to be doing what I'm doing, and I just think about, I actually have little sticky notes with money signs on them to remind me to do what I need to do. Okay, so Gary, your question is, I do want to be an official teacher. Is that a long process? It does, Karen, and it doesn't have to be anything special. You can just keep a pair of earrings, a necklace, and it just gives you a little bit more va-va-voom. Okay, so Gary, you will actually, when you apply, you'll set an interview date as long as you match the educational and the country preferences, which I'm thinking you will. I think we've talked before. You'll do that. You'll set your interview, and sometimes there's interviews like within that day. Sometimes it's within 2 or 3 days. You generally hear back. You know, they are 12 hours ahead of us. I'm in Central Time, so oftentimes you'll hear back within 12 hours. When you hear back, you take a quiz based off of our frequently asked questions, which is all located within the app, and then you can go from there. Know this. When you apply and you say that you are available Monday from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., your schedule is open. And the moment they approve you, you can get classes. So do not open a time on your schedule that you cannot teach. Because most teachers, and this has happened a lot, will get that first class before they even know they've been hired. And they're like, oh, I can't teach at 7:30 tomorrow. Well, baby, you signed up for it. You said you could. So double check and recheck to make sure that your schedule is correct. That's important. That's super, super important. All right. Karen, how long did it take you after they hired you on until you had your first class? Gary's looking at interviewing. Oh, Gary, you should be good. Have you ever taught online before, Gary? And Karen, my question for you was, how long did it take you till you had your first class? Miss Monique, when is the meetup? We're having a meetup. I'm thinking it's going to be one of the last 2 weekends of January. We'll be in Atlanta. Ooh. Ooh, that's kind of freaky, y'all. There's all these different... Oh! Sorry, I'm playing around with this new thing. With this new tablet. They got some crazy stuff, y'all. We're going to go back to normal. Less than a week. Yeah, Karen, I think I had mine like the next day. The next day is when I had it. And it was great. I mean, I will tell you that I waited with Go Kid 42 days before I had a booking. But now with Palfish, there's been a couple slow times, but you can really look. Okay. Gary, let me see. I don't know how to do this. Look at my previous video. You'll see my email address. Follow the videos associated with this account. I have ones in there about TPR. You need to know that. That's not always something you have to teach in traditional classes. TPR, total physical response. Monkey! Monkey! I see a monkey! Okay, you'll need to know that. Reward systems, I have a video about that. I have a video to help you pass your interview. You should be able to watch the videos I have posted and be right on track. If you have questions, though, reach out. That's what I'm here for, guys. I am a mentor teacher with Palfish, so if you have any questions, concerns, things that you think need to be brought to someone's attention, just let me know. Oh, wonderful, Gary. Wonderful. When I try to download student reading app, within the teacher app. Phone says, okay, so what it's actually doing is when you sign in, you're signing in with your phone number, and it's going to verify that that is your number. Okay, it's kind of communicating with your phone to make sure that that is your number. Make sure that you sign in as a teacher. A lot of people have had this problem where they're not signing in as a teacher. And that's really all. That's all it really talks to is your apps. It's going to communicate with your Palfish app as well, because you can do something in the reading app, and then it'll communicate it to your Palfish app. If everyone who's on here real quick can do me a favor and go up and like this video, I think it's right here. It just helps so that other people can find the video as well. So I covered ways to up your bookings with the lipstick and the necklace. I know that sounds crazy. I promise, guys, though, it works. Number 2, we talked about how to, thank you, Monique, how to use chat with your students to further what they know. Another thing that I do is I have these wonderful cards right here made up. Now, they look backwards to me right here. I hope they're correct to y'all. And I'll take a picture of this or send them these words. If we have time in class, that's a great way to extend class, is by these note cards that have basic words written on, horse, monkey, and we will practice words. Probably my only thing with Palfish that I'm not super fond of is it's a sight word program versus a phonetic program. So I tend to, in our extra times, if I have time left over at the end of a class, I tend to work on phonetic things, like the magic E, making it a long vowel, and different things like that. It's just my preference. If a student I see is struggling with a word, I will help them phonetically with it. It tends to help. Gary, you do need to you do need some kind of background. You know, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm actually changing the layout of my house as far as where I teach right now. So I threw this up in a super duper hurry, which is why you can see all of my lines and my janky over here, because I had to have something quickly. But this is actually Dollar Tree wrapping paper. Okay. And you cannot tell it when I do classes. So you need some kind of background. You can put a map. You can put, you want to put the Palfish logo. That's a great idea. I have one, but it's way up here and you can't see it. I need to move it. What was the other question? Karen, I think I do have a reward video. But as I've sat here and thought about it, I'm 99% sure that it was for another company. I'm going to have to look into that. This is what I use. Oh, you can't see it, can you? This, okay, I'm telling y'all, it looks janky at the moment. It looks so much nicer in my real classroom. I'm glad someone, oh, what'd I do? Hold on. I turned you down. Turned myself down, I think. Okay, so this is a little gumball thing I got at the Target. And we'll talk about, hey, what color is this? Green. Oh, I just no, I didn't. It's right there. So we'll talk about what color these are. Or if they do a great job, hey, you get a gumball. I have done, okay, little boys love this. Oh, no, blue shirt, Gary. Blue shirt. That's all you need. You need a blue shirt. Listen to me. In the Facebook groups, there's a huge debate. That debate is if you really have to wear a blue shirt. I will tell you, the FAQ says, wear a blue shirt. I like my job, so I wear a blue shirt. Okay? Okay, so here we have the dollar store. And you can get these little packs of lizards. Oh, I guess it helps if you could see them, right? These little lizards, they're super cute. I've found that boys love these. And so they get a lizard. None. Actually, I will post the link. The mentors and I, the other mentors, I think there's 6 of us now, are working on our own Facebook group where we're going to be giving you guys straight advice from us, from administrators. So hold off. Follow my videos and I will get you that. See, we got a little turtle here. This is what I have used for rewards for boys. For girls, I have some Elsa over here. Y'all just have to excuse my shoulder in the road. Flashcards. Dollar store. I'm cheap, y'all. I refuse to pay a lot of money for rewards that 9 times out of 10 end up scattered across my desk. And then oftentimes in my floor that my dog gets. I have so much I really want to cover with you guys. So I'm trying to like pick and choose a few things for tonight. Another great thing, and I mean amazing thing to do, older students get a kick out of seeing outside. I happen to live on a farm. Those who have watched my YouTube videos, some of my stuff that I post is about farm life. Not really farm life, but life where we live. I live in the boonies. I live in central Alabama, near Auburn University. Well, near the city of Auburn, Alabama. And I'm like 30 minutes from town. So I can take my tablet outside and show my older students my yard. And they're like, "Do you live in a park?" No, baby. This is my yard. This is my fence. This is my house. This is the road. And these are the woods, the forest. The little kids love that. This is a garden. This is the goat. I've had a lot of success with students, older students who don't really want to pay attention, or are quote unquote problem students, doing things like that. One student would only talk to me about food, so we would do our lesson super quick, and then we would go look in my refrigerator. One morning I cooked breakfast for this student because that's all he would talk about was food. But it got him in a conversation, and I told the mom what was going on, and she actually ended up booking me a lot more because I was not only going through the lesson with him, I was working on real life conversations that he would have. Last thing I'll tell you guys. So I know Monique is a teacher. Hey, we scrambled eggs that morning. My kids were super appreciative. Karen's a teacher. Monique is a teacher. I think that's Gretchen. I think is a teacher. I don't know if she's still here. This is gonna be the last thing I say. I want to go ahead and end this, but oh yes, Gary. Most parents do speak English. Find value in the relationships that you build with your students and parents. I'm in America, born here. Raised here, great, Gretchen. I have lived in Alabama and I have lived in Pennsylvania. I attended University of Auburn, or Auburn University. I attended Penn State University, and I'm currently working on my PhD through Western Governors University. I've never traveled out of the U.S., ever. However, one of my absolute best friends is the mother of one of my students. When I first started teaching ESL, oh, you have no idea, Gary. When I first started teaching ESL, I became friends very quickly. I had a... yes, you get it. Named Wendy. Wendy was a very sweet little girl. I did her trial with another company, and she took over 300 lessons from me. I saw her Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Sometimes on Sunday. And through her lessons, her mother and I became friends. I got WeChat because of her, and we communicated back and forth. WeChat is the Chinese version of Facebook / Twitter / Instagram-y, whatever all those are. And Amy and I have formed a very fast friendship, a very close relationship. We talk almost every day. We talk about what food we're eating. She said she works in a bank, so we talk about political things. We talk about business things. I've given her tours of my home, and she's given me tours of her home. I got to see live fireworks from Chinese New Year, winter festival activities, and I took them on mine, and we did 4th of July, and we've done Christmas. This family and I have become very close. I'll be with you in just a second, Gary. To the point that when my student goes on winter holiday, her and her mother and her father are coming to see me. I'm so excited. But the point I'm saying is, don't discount what amazing relationships that you can build with these students and their parents. I'm not saying you're going to find your best friend on the other side of the world. I am saying that you are an educator in this student's life that will likely stand out if they become close to you. So don't forget that. Don't ever forget that. Okay. Let's see. Is signing up with a payment processor a quick process? You sign up and then a few days later they send you an approval. Payoneer is super easy. It was my first experience with Palfish. You sign up, they send you an email. Hey, we're working on it. About 3 days later, I got an approval email. You link it with your Palfish account. Then Palfish pays into your Payoneer account on, I think we got ours on the 8th last month. And then, that morning I went in and withdrew my money to my bank account, and I had it that evening. So it is a super fast withdrawal process. I can appreciate that. Gary, so if you haven't been following me for a long time, so I do have this channel, YouTube. This is my Tired Mama brand I'm working on building right now. Besides being a teacher and educator, I'm also a pastor. I am a PhD student. I am working tirelessly. I work as a freelancer during the day. I have 4 different companies I do freelance work for, where I teach people how to do customer service and how to relate with other people over the phone or through chat. Also a mother of 2, plus a husband and a fuzzy butt dog. And let's see. I think that's it. You guys can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. On Twitter, I'm a little bit different because it's Mama Tired instead of Tired Mama. I do post stuff there all the time. Oh, what'd I miss? Sounds like my kind of lesson. Monique. Can you record a short story lesson on whatever and charge students to view it? If you have a live story, is it separate? Okay. Yes. Great question. My recommendation is, when you're getting started, when you're first building up your clientele on Upwork, and that's really what it is. It's a clientele. You can do live feeds. And I love to read books in mine. Okay. Just easy books, little kids books. I will tell you that I found out a local thrift store of me has a Switch 'em Up program where I can take books that I have read and done videos on. As long as they're in great condition, I can turn them in and get more for 25 cents a book. Love it. So I'll take the book, and this is what I'll read. Let's see, I recently did Good Night Pillow Fight. And we just read this book together. And I'll try and do it so it's like, good night. Good night. Okay. Now, how does that work? You set up a live feed. And this live class, once you have a good following, you can go in and select that you're going to charge 5 yen per class. That means that every student who views your video is going to pay 5 yen. Well, this is almost like a residual income because replay is available. A week from now, a student finds that video. A month from now, another student finds that video. 3 months from now, 1,000 students find that video. And a lot of teachers have a lot of replay videos that gives them a nice amount of residual income. This is really good for parents who are trying to find extras for their student to learn with. You can do live classes with anything you want, as long as it's age appropriate. I have done what's in my fridge. Yes, Monique, you can do these live recorded before you become an official teacher. I did what's in my fridge, and it had a lot of adults on that one. Let's see, what else have I done? What's on my bookshelf? I did the American grocery store. That was a huge one. I had like 200 people come to that one. I didn't charge because it was in my first few weeks. I've done Get Ready With Me when I did my makeup. There's so many cultural differences between us and China that we can really look back and see, okay, what's different between us and them? When you do a live feed, you can also request, if they want to ask a question, that it's, 2 yen, 5 yen, 20 yen, whatever. And sometimes people will make a donation to you because they like what you're doing. That's a great way to attract new students. Now, I recommend, let me listen very, very carefully. Post them more than 12 hours in advance, and post them during awake hours in China. It doesn't do you a lot of good to post moments or live videos during the day in America, because your students and their families are all asleep. So post your moments and post your videos at night, early in the morning, so that your students are actually awake and can see it. Guys, we have reached 40 minutes on our live feed for tonight. I absolutely love doing live feeds. It's a great way for me to kind of interact with you guys and answer questions on the fly. Awesome, Gary. If you have any questions, go back and look for my 6 Reasons I Love Palfish video. And we'll kind of go from there. All right, if you have any other questions, I'd love to help you out. My email address is very easy. It is Mary, MARYS, MOMA @gmail.com. All right, I love each and every one of you. I hope you're just as tired as I am, because that means you're working to be successful. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks, Monique.